Back in 1985, the World Wrestling Federation began the annual King of the Ring tournament. The tournaments from 1985 to 1989 and in 1991 were non-televised house shows, with the first ever King of the Ring pay-per-view event taking place on June 13th, 1993. In this list, we are ranking our top 8 King of the Ring winners, taking into consideration how well they represented the King persona, how they won, and what it did for their careers. With that said, kneel before us and get ready to praise your kings as we count down Wrestle Savage's picks for the greatest King of the Ring winners of all time. Number 8. William Regal. Although King Regal's reign was unfortunately cut short due to his suspension for violating World Wrestling Entertainment's wellness policy, his run to winning King of the Ring and rumoured reason for him winning it are awesome. Regal, fresh off the back of a really good feud with Triple H, whilst the Raw general manager on television at the time, would find himself winning the King of the Ring tournament on April 28, 2008, beating CM Punk in the finals on Raw and becoming the first ever wrestler to submit CM Punk in the WWE. Nobody expected Regal to win the match, as CM Punk was the Money in the Bank holder and receiving a heavy push at the time. Regal would sit on his throne the week after his win and address the WWE Universe, saying he wasn't going to give up his general manager position, giving off powerful vibes as a force to be reckoned with within the WWE. Regal's power-mad King persona was incredible, combining his Raw general manager powers with his new main event status. It's heavily rumoured that he won the tournament to make him a stronger-looking main event wrestler to enter into a big feud with the King of Kings, the game himself, Triple H, for the World Heavyweight title. And what an amazing thing that could have been, but sadly never was. Number 7. Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle's King of the Ring win would be in the largest King of the Ring tournament in WWF history, seeing a 34 superstar tournament take place, with China being entered into the King of the Ring along with 33 other superstars. The win at the King of the Ring pay-per-view on June 25th, 2000 would see Kurt Angle thrust into the main event picture and serve to elevate him to the very top of the card. After winning the King of the Ring, Angle would be entered into a triple threat match with Triple H and The Rock to determine the number 1 contender to The Rock's World Heavyweight title by the Commissioner of the World Wrestling Federation, Mick Foley. Although Kurt Angle didn't adopt the King persona, he would go on to have main events from this win, and the tournament served as a great launching pad for his career, leading to Angle's first World Heavyweight title win at No Mercy on October 22nd, 2000. Number 6. Owen Hart. Winning the King of the Ring on June 19th, 1994 and following in the footsteps of his brother once again, Owen Hart would use this win to dub himself the King of Hearts. Owen Hart's victory would help continue his feud with his brother Bret, coming on the heels of defeating him at WrestleMania 10 and then replicating Bret's victory the year before in the 1993 King of the Ring tournament. This would elevate Owen to the top of the card and see him gunning for Bret's WWF World Heavyweight Championship. On the back of this win, the two brothers clashed at SummerSlam in a steel cage match for the World Heavyweight title, seeing the Hart family divided. Although Owen didn't adopt the King persona, he would carry his King of Hearts name for many years, following the win, and it legitimized him as a main event wrestler. Number 5. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Perhaps the most memorable King of the Ring winner on this list, Steve Austin's promo after winning the King of the Ring tournament on June 23rd, 1996, delivering his now famous Austin 316 says I just whooped your ass line, couldn't be more iconic. The win served to skyrocket Austin's popularity and merch sales, with his Austin 316 shirt shattering Hulk Hogan's sales records and becoming the highest selling t-shirt in wrestling history. Austin's rise was a perfect storm, and it would come on the back of Triple H being punished for the now infamous curtain call incident, which took place on a house show on May 19th, 1996, where him and Shawn Michaels had broken kayfabe, hugging Kevin Nash and Scott Hall before they departed for World Championship Wrestling. Triple H was originally going to win the 1996 King of the Ring, but after the incident, Steve Austin got given that push instead. When you throw Jake the Snake Roberts into the mix with his John 3:16 quote he had used in his King of the Ring promo that Austin refers to when he wins, the rest is history, and this win would put Austin in the main event picture for the rest of his career, transforming him into one of the biggest draws in professional wrestling history. Number 4. Bret the Hitman Hart. The best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Bret Hart is the only wrestler to be crowned King of the Ring twice, winning on September 7th, 1991 at a non-televised tournament, and then winning at the first King of the Ring pay-per-view on June 13th, 1993. The win would see Hart feuding with Jerry the King Lawler to determine the true king of the WWF, leading to a matchup at SummerSlam in 1993. Bret would ultimately lose, crowning Jerry Lawler as the king of the WWF, and the pair would feud on and off again until 1995. However, his first tournament win would move Bret up the card and away from the tag division, leading to his first WWF World Heavyweight Championship title win, beating Ric Flair on October 12, 1992. With his main event status, Bret would become the new face of the WWF, and his push would give rise to the WWF New Generation era, making the Hitman the must-see wrestler of the 90s. Number 3. The King, Harley Race. Becoming King Harley Race on July 14th, 1986 at the second annual King of the Ring tournament in a special non-televised house show event, Harley Race would adapt the King persona, being the first person to do a royalty gimmick in the WWF, coming to the ring in his crown and cape. Following his win, the WWF held a coronation to crown King Harley Race as the King. After a little help carrying his crown to the ring, Harley would sit on his throne while his manager Bobby the Brain Heenan declared him as the King of the World Wrestling Federation in front of a large chunk of the roster. Following his win, King Harley Race with Bobby the Brain Heenan would defeat many top wrestlers and go on to feud with Hulk Hogan. Race would play the King until 1988 when he suffered an injury, and Bobby the Brain Heenan awarded his crown to Haku in July. Upon returning, Harley would feud with Haku, but he was unable to get his crown back, losing to Haku at the 1989 Royal Rumble in his last WWF match. Number 2. The Macho King, Randy Savage. At the King of the Ring on September 4th, 1987, Randy Savage would beat King Kong Bundy in the finals and become the King of the Ring. At the time, Harley Race was doing the King gimmick, and the WWF hardly acknowledged Savage's win on the special non-televised house show. However, Macho Man did go on to win his crown in September 1989, defeating King Jim Duggan to become the Macho King Randy Savage. Duggan had won the crown from King Haku earlier that year before losing it to Savage. Back before the 1993 King of the Ring pay-per-view, the WWF clearly didn't know what it was doing with the King gimmick, as the crown from King Harley Race was treated almost like a championship. On August 30th, 1989, a ceremony for Randy Savage and Sensational Sherry was held. The Genius would swear in Savage as the new king of the WWF, seeing the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase present the Macho King with a solid gold scepter as a gift to the new king. Macho King with Queen Sherry was such a successful moniker for Randy Savage that it actually served to turn him into a babyface, with the crowd enjoying his king persona so much he started getting insanely over. The Macho King gimmick was retired in early 1991 before the King of the Ring event would take place, but his win in 1987 sent Macho Man to the top of the card, seeing him headline WrestleMania 4 on March 27, 1998, winning the vacant WWF World Heavyweight Championship in a 14-superstar tournament. Number 1. King Booker. All hail King Booker! Booker T became king after beating Bobby Lashley at the 2006 Judgment Day pay-per-view. The 2006 King of the Ring was held between April 14th and May 21st across episodes of SmackDown leading up to Judgment Day. It was the first King of the Ring to be held in 4 years, with the WWE not running the tournament since 2002. On May 26, 2006, Booker T would be sworn in as the new king of World Wrestling Entertainment by William Regal. His reign as king, with Queen Sharmell by his side, totally revitalized Booker T's career. Playing an over-the-top king, changing his theme music, suddenly talking with a new accent, and adopting the royalty aspect of the persona on a level not seen before. King Booker became one of the most entertaining characters in the WWE at the time, with critics raving about the quality of his segments. Forming the stable King Booker's Court, King Booker became the top heel on SmackDown, capturing the World Heavyweight title from Rey Mysterio at the Great American Bash on July 23, 2006 to a chorus of boos after Chavo Guerrero blasted Rey Mysterio with a chair. King Booker's championship celebration would see him complete his transition into a totally delusional king with an over-the-top ceremony, 90 William Regal and Fit Finlay as his royal knights, driving the crowd totally mad. King Booker would go on to hold his World Heavyweight title for 4 months, cheating to keep it every step of the way, giving us some incredibly entertaining stories, and his portrayal of the king earns him the top spot on this list due to his great run and total commitment to the persona. If you enjoyed this list, hit like and subscribe, but if we missed your favourite king, kneel before the comment section and let us know. And from all of us here at Wrestle Savage, thanks for watching and stay savage, wrestling fans. Woo yeah! Always expect the unexpected in the kingdom of madness. Dig it!